Hello, superstars. Today is our fractions number 3 math lesson. And so you have done your fraction pizzas. And like I said, you could play a game with them. You can work on equivalent fractions. And then the word equivalent is the word equal. That means they're the same as. Like if you have 1/2 a pizza, you could also have 3/6 a pizza. 3/6 of a pizza is the same as 1/2. Or 2/4 of a pizza is the same as 1/2. When I look at a fraction, the first thing I do is count how many pieces the whole is divided into. That's your denominator, the number down below. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The whole is divided equally into, or partitioned equally into 5 pieces. So that is your denominator, the number down below the line. And then I see one shaded area. So this is 1/5, the shaded area is 1/5 of the whole circle. It's one of the 5 equal parts. When I look at this one, then I do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can count down 1, 2, 3, 4. I know from arrays, 4 times 4 is 16. So the whole square is divided into 16 equal parts, are partitioned into 16 equal parts, and 2 of them are shaded. So it's 2 with the line, 16th, 2/16. 2 of the 16 are shaded. So if we look at the fraction card, there's your 2/16 for that one, and for the other one, 1/5. Now, when you are using your pizzas, you will work on matching them up and seeing, which fractions are equivalent to other fractions, because we will be moving into equivalent fractions. Today, I want to talk a little bit about fractions on the number line. This is a tape measure. We've had these in our class. And the fractions on a number line are the numbers in between 14 and 15, or 15 and 16. You usually use them a lot with measurement. Like our ruler for inches, we had half. So you look between 2 and 3. 2 is a whole number, 3 is a whole number. A fraction is a part of or a piece of. So when we go between 2 and 3, look how many parts it's divided into equally. 1 part here, 1 part here. So this would be 2. This line would be 2.5. So you write the number 2. Let me write it on my dry erase board. You would write the number 2. Then you would write 1/2. So that would be 2 and 1/2. So our rulers we have at school, some of them only have the half on there. And same with the centimeters. It would be 24.5, 25. 25.5, 26. Our other rulers at school, interesting there. Look at all the numbers here. And let's look at this here between 6 and 7. You see those lines? Those different lines are fractions. So if I bring it up here, this in here is your half. 1 part here, 1 part here. And then there's a littler line here. Well, if we count how many equal parts the whole is divided into, because 6 is a whole number, 7 is a whole number, there is 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 parts. So that makes the denominator of 4. This is 6 and 1/4. 6 and 2/4. 2/4 is the same as 1/2. 6 and 3/4 and 7. Another thing you can use is, Dad probably has this, and this is a tape measure. One that they use to use boards. And Mr. Todd's here is really cool. If you see there on it, it has it labeled for you. Has the eighths labeled, the fourths labeled, the half. So when you measure, you can get really precise and accurate by using this type of measuring tape because it divides into eighths. So does our ruler. So we had fourths. See all those little lines there? Those little lines, if we count each little spot between those numbers, that is eighths. So you have halves, fourths, and eighths. So when I draw it on my dry erase board, and let's say I'm going to do an open number line here. Actually, I'm going to close it in because I'm going to do between 1 and 2. So I have 1 and 2 on that board. And then I'm going to take, and in the middle, I'm kind of guesstimating, go put the first line. I'm going to make this a longer line here. We have one part here, one part here. So that's one part, two parts. So the whole is divided into 2 equal parts. That's the denominator, 2. And this is one of the 2 parts. Makes it 1/2. So we have 1/2 here and 1/2 here. So when we have 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 2 over 2. 2 over the 2, same numbers, is the same as 1 whole. Does that make sense to you? So we have 1/2 here plus 1/2 here equals 1 whole. Okay, let me grab another color and let's divide that into 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. So I have between the 1 and the 2, and we have the 1/2. If I do that easily is to just put a line in here. And now let's count these equal parts. This is 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. 4 equal parts. The whole is divided into 4 equal parts, are partitioned into 4 equal parts. So this would be 1/4. This would be 2/4. See that, 2/4? So 1/2 and 2/4 are equivalent fractions. That means they're the same thing. This is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. And look over here. This would be 4 over 4. That would be 1 whole. That makes it the whole. So now we've divided that into 4 equal parts. Let me get another color marker and we're going to divide it into the eighths. And that's what you saw on the tape measure. So I'm going to take the red marker and I'm just going to go right between the lines. It's not perfect. Let's count our equal parts now. We have 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part, 5 part, 6 part, 7 part, 8 parts. The whole is divided into 8 equal parts, are partitioned into 8 equal parts. So 8 would be your denominator, the number down below the line. So here we would have 1/8. Here we would have 2/8. Equivalent fractions. 1/4 is the same as 2/8. They're equal. 3/8. Here I made my 1/2 too big, so I'm going to put it over here. 4/8. So now we see 3 equivalent fractions. 1/2 is the same as 2/4. It is the same as 4/8. They're all equivalent fractions. They equal the same amount. 5/8. Interesting. 6/8. 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent fractions. Look at that. 3 as the numerator and 4 as the denominator. 6 as the numerator, 8 as the denominator. 7/8. And over here would be 8/8. The same as 1 whole. 8/8, 4, 4. So anytime you see the fraction with the numerator on the top and the denominator on the bottom the same, they are equivalent fractions. So we'll work some more with that later. You're probably saying, but Mrs. Carter, why did you give me those materials? Well, I gave you some more circles and I gave you some pipe cleaners. And each of you got a cup in your little baggie. You are going to make fraction hot air balloons. So you can take this circle, and I want you to be creative with it and divide it into as many pieces as you would like, but be very creative. So I'm going to fold mine once, twice, 3 times. Maybe I'm going to try to get it one more time. One more time if I can. Let's see how many pieces I divided the hole into. So I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I divided this whole circle into 16 equal parts. Our partition is 16 equal pieces. Now, the creative part is I am going to decorate each of these pieces, not in the same colors. I'm not just going to make them solid colors, even if you could if you wanted to, but each piece is going to be a different design. This is where your creativity comes in. So I may color this one maybe purple swirls. This one I may have little stars on. This one I may do solid. This one may be striped. I may put kitty cat faces on here. Be creative in how you decorate your hot air balloon. Then you're going to make holes towards the bottom on each side of your balloon. Take your pipe cleaner, push it through, bend it over, twist it around to hold it in there, and the other part will go on your cup. So you will need to take and have mom and dad or somebody help you if you don't think you can, and cut the cup in half. So it's open on one side and the front is solid. And you're going to put 2 holes in the cup on the front to put your hot air balloon onto it, and that is your basket. Then I have given you popsicle sticks. Ask a parent to help you. You've watched me cut these. If you have some adult scissors that you can cut them, just be careful. And that cut these in half, and you're going to make people for your basket, your hot air balloon basket. Please send me a picture of your hot air balloon. I can't wait to see it. This is kind of integrating math with our creativity, and you're learning your fractions. Have fun.